Hi, welcome back to I Studio. And today we're going to talk about making your own collage paper. We're going to be making collage paper with these, which are a block print for textile. I believe they come from India and they're generally used on fabric. But we're going to do this on several types of paper today because I like to use them for collage papers for my paintings. This is one of my favorites. And this is on a piece of Chinese paper that I actually brought back from China. And the thing about these Chinese rice papers is a lot of times when you collage them, they're semi-transparent. So you can get some fun layering by what you put underneath and then layer the rice paper on top to get somewhat of a transparency. And the pattern will just make it that much more interesting. This is another print from the blocks. This was done on a newsprint paper. And I get these in the hardware store. They come in, I think they're 25 by 24 inch squares. They're used a lot for packing dishes, but they just work great for collage. This is another example of a different block, and this again is on a type of a rice paper. That this color is interesting because if you put this, say, on a white background, or sometimes I like to put this kind of yellowish color over a green background, you can get a beautiful semi-transparent, just a little veil of color over your painting. So, how's it done? It's pretty easy. I use a couple different types of paint. I'm gonna sample today just acrylic paints mixed with a gloss medium. And I'm going to just also sample house paint. And what I like to do is I like to go into the paint store, the hardware store. I like to look at the beautiful color chips and just have a little small can mixed up in the color of my choice. So let's give it a go. This is a rice paper that I ordered off of the internet. Now these papers are thin, so you have to be careful. They can tear, which for our purposes in making collage doesn't really matter. We're going to tear the papers anyway. So I'm going to put my gloves on. This can get a little messy. And let's see. You're going to need a brayer and some kind of a container for the paint. I like something with a little bit of a lip. I'm going to start with transparent brown oxide. I'm going to add a little black to it just to get a deep, rich color. Let's see what happens. I'm putting down 2 little dollops of paint. Depending on how much paper you want to print, at times I'll fill the whole trough with paint. And with this much paint, I'm probably going to put about 50% of the gloss medium into it. I find that it goes on a little better with the gloss medium. It has a little bit of a sheen. There, that should do it. Let me show you what I've got here. Something like that. Mix it up a little bit with the brush. I don't worry about mixing it thoroughly. It really doesn't matter for this. Then I take my brayer and I just roll it on. I'll take my block, and I think for this color, I would choose this block, which is lines, I just roll it on. Sometimes you have to, especially when you're first starting out, you have to pass over the block print a couple of times to get everything covered. As you keep repeating and repeating, the paint builds up, and you just give it a quick swipe in between stamps. So let's see what we got. Okay, I have a felt pad on the table. It has a little bit of a give to it, which is probably helpful. You could use an old wool blanket, a bath towel. I think anything that has a little give to it probably will help your process. Now, if you want, you can turn the block print in another direction to get a little variety. Whoops, I went the same direction. Let's see if I can figure this out. Can't be that hard. Okay, those are vertical. I want to go horizontal. Boom. Okay, there we go. So that is how to do it on rice paper. And remember what I said, this will be semi-transparent when I collage. Now I'm going to try it on a very transparent paper. This is a Deli paper. And Deli papers are very, very nice to collage with because they all but disappear when you collage them down. So I can put a pattern on this, go over anything that I have on the painting, and you're going to see the pattern, but you're not really going to see the Deli paper. So they make excellent collage papers. For this one, I'm just gonna take it straight out of the can, no problem. And unfortunately, I only have one brayer, so we're going to get a mixture of colors in here, which is going to be a little bit of brown mixed in with your blue. I have seen people do this for fabrics where they can layer the block prints and actually get a combination of colors. For my purposes and what I'm doing, I'm not really interested in that. I'm just making some papers to enhance my paintings, to add a little rhythm to the painting. I'm not worried about getting a perfect image. Let's see. I do ink the block between every time I press it down. I find that works the best. And here we go. That's the Deli paper. You see how that works. It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern. I'm going to try one more paper for you, and this is my go-to paper. This is the one I was telling you about, the newsprint paper, which I got in the hardware store. And I've got one more pattern I want to demonstrate. I ordered these textile prints online. They're all over the place online. I have a friend that worked in a boutique and she was able to get several for me. So I'm amassing quite a collection of these. They're my thing right now. I just love them. Let's get creative. Let's mix. Oh boy. That's crazy. Yeah, I get a lot of paint on it. I like to really load it up. Oh, I love the variation I got with a little bit of brown. That's beautiful. And I'll go ahead and I'll do the whole sheet because then I can just rip off what I need for my painting. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll put this paper down on the painting and then I'll paint over the top and just the texture of the block print will show through. So there you go. Now, one thing I would say about the blocks is that you have to care for these blocks. Don't let them dry. I wouldn't really have a block sitting out like this. I always clean them in between when I change my blocks up. And you're going to need some device to get into the crevices. This is one of those dish pan, it's good for washing your dishes. I didn't care for it for my dishes, so it works great on my block prints. But recently I found this, which is a grout cleaner with a really cool handle, and I said this'll clean it well. I take a little dish soap in a bucket of warm water and I dip it right in the water and I scrub it. I believe that you can oil these blocks to preserve the wood. It seems to be a very, very hard wood. I don't know a lot about the history of these and what kind of a wood it is, but I think I will try oiling them because eventually that wood is bound to crack, I would think. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope you're staying safe during the lockdown, and I hope you're staying creative. The studio is my saving grace right now. I'm just having a very good time in here. Please check out my website, which is dianewilliamsart.net. And if you like this video and you'd like to see more like this, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, I Studio. All right? Thank you. Have a great day.